What is going on, y'all? Y'all know who this is. Y'all know we about and bitch. It's Ask CeeCee. How are you all doing tonight? I hope y'all are doing amazingly well. I have missed you all. I decided to put on a little bit of makeup, just a little bit of makeup, and I threw Heather in a wig just because it was fun. And I slapped this thing on together. So as you can see, it's already starting to come apart, as we can already see. It was lovely at one point, and this thing just wants to keep on falling. But how the hell are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing so well. I missed y'all. There we go. Okay, I'm giving you very 80s realness, a little bit of that. Put on a little bit of light face, a little bit of makeup. How are we feeling about it? Do we like it? Do we love it? Do we want to wear it? Do we hate it? Can you believe that it was been 2 weeks up into the new year and only 6 emails? Only 6 emails? Oh my. We got to work on that. We got to work on that. So I think questions will probably be better if, or we probably might have a better turnout of questions if we probably focus Ask CeeCee around it. I swear to God, that fucking pink is so pretty and becoming on you. Yank. Well, that we can always just, I can always clip that out of the way.
Yeah, because this is like that one little thing. It's like,
look at her. Look at her. We put her in a wig. Isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty?
all right, I need to see. Oh, it's over here. I'm like, where's my seat? Only for you.
It's fine. Until we both get sick of it and then we just start ripping each other's wigs off. I'm like, fuck this shit.
You know, I should probably just. How far does he live?
He lives in Oak Lawn.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I just get nervous when she's driving.
Why?
I don't know. Just because, you know, bad drivers out there, not her.
I was gonna say I trained her in this.
Oh, no, I'm confident in her driving. Just like I told Gabe, I get worried about the other ignorant people on the road.
Well, you can't control that.
I know.
Neither can they.
No, I know. But I usually just keep the phone on so that way.
Okay. All right, look at her. Don't she look gorgeous? I swear to God, that pink just, it's so becoming on you.
I need to get new glasses. I gotta find a place though. I might have to just go back to eye to eye.
Ew. Why are you like this?
I don't know. Why are you having it?
Because I'm not having them. They became Siamese edibles. And
we are
wow. This one is really together. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now that we kind of split them up, do you want pink or purple?
It doesn't matter.
Purple it is.
Okay.
I want purple too.
It's a purple peeper eater. People.
Peeper eater? Is this how we're feeling? She's feeling peeper eaters. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Just had to make sure the girls were out. All right. Just I have to make sure. All right.
The more emails you send, the more titties she shows.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. It was a joke. They're going to be like, really? For real?
Mm-mm. Watch all the emails start piling up.
I would laugh.
All right. So we do have, like I said, 6 emails. What's up with that?
I think we do need a topic.
I think we need to start introducing topics. I think that sounds like a phenomenal thing. What do you guys think?
Shit.
The fuck? Do we like that? Would that be a better idea? If we do it via topics.
I think that'd be great, especially since it's every other week, so it gives them time to think.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to name off the first topic? Since we think that's a great idea, what do you guys think our first topic should be of 2025? What do you guys think? I would really love to hear your opinions on this. Remember, I want to keep this going, so I can't really keep this going without your participation. So I need help. Help me. We need an after dark. Y'all need to send emails.
I mean, Susan said 3, right? Yeah, I think all of them are, or one of them is after dark, or 2 of them are. I think.
Couple of them are after dark. The point is that y'all could ask that question anytime, at any point.
There's no point in doing a separate one because you guys don't even send emails in for this.
Well, not only that, the last time that we did After Dark, it did go that way for a while, but then after that, it just started going back to makeup, and it was just like, well, let's talk about. There were just we were doing After Dark, and we were talking. It would go from sex to makeup.
Oh, that's why we combined it.
Right. So hence why we just kept it together. But we can keep it towards that. But again, let's hope that everybody, pays attention and sends the emails out in that sort of way. So that way we're able to stay on topic. She likes it. It's growing on her.
I do, but I'm not really, I don't really wear bangs. So it's weird.
It really frames your face
I'm
out.
trying to get my hair long again and then to have you, reframe it when we do my hair, but
yeah, I think it looks amazing on you. Okay. So let's see. A lot of the stuff that's coming up as far as exes, mental health,
that'd be a great topic.
Relationship advice, which we do anyway. Makeup, that always happens. But that always happens whenever I'm doing makeup. I feel like makeup questions should go while I'm doing makeup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would possibly be better. Let's see. How to deal with death. What kind of head wrap is that? It's just a regular head wrap. I just wrapped it around some hair and just had it poking out the top. But okie dokie. Does it get itchy?
A little bit.
You're more than welcome to take it off if you wish.
That's all right. I'll just try and hold it out for a bit.
She's not going to last long. She's not going to last long. Poor her. David, hello. Ho on the go. No. No.
That's not questions.
I can't do that anymore. I really can't do that anymore. I almost got caught the last time I went live while driving.
Really?
Yeah, I almost got caught.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And that you can't have your phone on while you're driving. So,
well, hands-free.
Right. And it was hands-free.
So, I mean, what are they going to say?
Baby, I didn't want to risk it because the cop looked at me weird and I turned and as soon as I shut it off, as soon as I ended it, I looked to the right and he was right there.
He's right back.
And I'm just like, whale. It is what it is. But are we ready? So, I mean, this might be a short one after all. I mean, which is fine because I have to work in the morning. That's fine. But we got to get these emails in, babies. That's the only way we're going to be able to keep it going is with your participation. So I guess we'll get started. Let me just tuck that in because, yeah. Better. Okay. Did you color Heather's hair? It looks nice. No, it's a wig. It's a wig.
My hair's underneath.
Oh, but this.
She just wanted me to play a wig with her.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yep. And I technically would need to cut it on her. I would need to cut this on her just so that way it fits her face better. Because it that pink really is fucking pretty on you. Even the fucking the style of the hair looks good.
Yeah, it's a little bit light though.
Yeah.
I don't really want light though. I like darker.
I mean, you have dark roots and dark ends.
I like dark in general. Like I don't light.
She's a gothic woman. Okay. That's fine. All right. You ready? Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Are you ready? Because I'm ready.
Okay, I think we're ready.
All right. We're ready. Okay. Susan says, would you ever date a transgender? Transgender man, transgender woman, transgender who? If not, why? Or if so, why? I've dated a trans man. So there's nothing wrong with that. I've dated trans men. Nothing wrong with that. What do you love the most doing sex? If a man having sex with you ask you to lick their ass, would you? Hell no. The fuck?
Oh.
No. I'm the one that gets the booty eaten because I know my shit's clean. Yeah. I know my shit's clean. I don't do none of that.
She's like, mine smells like roses and peaches.
More like Japanese cherry blossom.
Mm.
I'm okay with that. Me, So I don't know where that ass been. What are your turn-ons and turn-offs in a relationship? Liars are my turn-offs. Guys who don't communicate are fucking turn-offs. Guys who talk about politics is a fucking turn-off. Bitch, when I tell you that I literally have now zero interest in Patrick.
Oh no.
Yep. All of a sudden, just we're apparent. This is another turn-off. If you talk during a movie.
Oh.
If you talk during a fucking movie, you're not even talking about the fucking movie. You're just talking about something else. And he starts talking politics during the fucking. We're watching Terrifier 3, and I'm just like,
what the fuck is that?
That was like, this is quite a segue. You've never seen the movie. Do you want to watch the movie? Dude, talking about fucking politics and how much he hopes that Trump will be able to change things. And I was just like, you gotta go. Just like, you gotta go. Already, red flags. Just like, you gotta go. I don't want to have this conversation with you. I'm on an edible. And if I get angry on an edible, I stay angry. Then I get angrier. So, yeah, we don't talk about Fight Club. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about him.
Oh, she sent you a...
Yes. Fabulous. Okay, so Lelyn says, my grandfather passed away last night, but I am not sad. Am I a bad person for that? He was in a lot of pain and wasn't able to do anything but lay there for the last few days of his life. I cried at first when I found out how bad his condition really was, but now I don't feel anything, really. I'm not sad or upset. I just had a dream about all of this a week before I found out and had a feeling he passed last night. By the way, I'm 14. You're the closest person to a good mother I've ever had since my grandmother passed away years ago. You inspire me so much, and my family life isn't that good, but I manage anyway. I love you, girl. Hope your new year is amazing, just like you. Oh, sweetheart. Well, I'm just, viewer discretion is advised. That's what I'm going to say for that one. Secondly, no, you're not a bad person for that. You're probably just numb. And it happens. It happens a lot.
Sometimes you go through the stages.
Yeah. And sometimes people that just go through the stages literally just don't go through any of the stages and they just already at the end. It's just like, I kind of already have grieved in my mind and in my heart. And I kind of have already started to let go. So when it actually does happen, it's kind of like you mentally prepared yourself for that. So I don't think you're a bad person. I just think you're numb. And it's okay. It's agreed for as long as you need to. That's all I got to say about that. You know? Holly says, as of late, I've been seeing tons of people on TikTok switching out of their salon quality shampoos and conditioners for cheaper drugstore brands like Pantene. They're saying we've been lied to this whole time and their hair has never been healthier while using any shampoos, especially drugstore kinds. As a professional, can you enlighten me, tell me the actual truth about drugstore shampoos? Because I trust your advice since you're the professional. Look, when it comes to shampoos, I have this type of motto when it comes to anybody. If you're coming to me and in my chair and I see that your hair is healthy, and I see that your hair is silky, it's shiny, it looks like it holds moisture well, it's not dry, it's not frizzy, then stay with what the fuck you're doing. I don't usually recommend any type of products unless I get an answer to the question, what don't we like about our hair? And I don't want to point it out, like say, oh my God, your hair is dry. Oh my God, your scalp is dry. Oh my God, your hair is very, 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 very tangled. I don't try to usually say those buzzwords. I let them tell me what they don't like. And I can actually follow up with questions like, well, what are you currently using right now? Now I'm going to let you know something about Pantene. Okay. And this is with not just Pantene, but any type of shampoos and conditioners that contain the ingredient panthenol. Okay. Panthenol is a wax. Okay. It's what gives you all that shine. Okay. But you also have to realize that if you don't really use a clarifying shampoo, which I believe everybody should at least have that, unless you have color treated hair. Be careful with that. Find a color safe clarifying shampoo and you'll be fine. But however, because those things are still out there, I tend not to recommend those things, especially with panthenol, because if you ever decided that you wanted to, say, for example, color your hair, these are the type of questions of what I'm going to need for you to I'm going to need to ask you, and you're going to need to be as transparent enough to tell me, look, I take this shampoo, I take this conditioner, I use this for products, I have this medical condition, this is the type of medications of what I'm taking, especially when you're dealing with any type of a chemical service. Okay? Because you have to realize some chemical services can fuck up your hair because of what you do take. And it can, say, for example, if you are a brunette and you want to be platinum card blonde, but you've been using Pantene this entire time. If I do a strand test, which means that I take just a section out of your hair somewhere up in the back of your head, and then I try to put that bleach up, and I need to see exactly how it lightens. And if it takes way too long to lighten, number one, I can't get anybody platinum blonde unless they're already blonde. Can't get you platinum blonde in one sitting unless you're already blonde. Do you know what I mean? So if you're a total brunette, this is something that we need to deal with. And this is also a reality that you also need to be faced with. Yes, it can be done. It's just going to take a hell of a lot longer. Now, would it take a hell of a lot longer if you did not use products with panthenol up in there? It's not like everybody tells me what they're using. People lie. Or people don't give me enough information. Do you know what I mean? Panthenol is a wax. And sometimes not a bleach just can't break through that. There's been a couple of videos of which I've seen, not on YouTube, on TikTok, to where somebody with brunette hair that has been using Pantene wanted to go to a honey blonde, which could easily be done in one sitting. Easily. Couldn't even get her there.
Oh, wow.
Nothing changed. Like nothing changed. She was still brunette.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I would say, as I'm going to tell you all, I am not going to sit here and preach to you what you should be using for your hair unless it is a problem that you and I can both see and something that you want to change. So if you got dry hair and be like, I feel like my hair is always dry, then therefore I'll be able to recommend you some products that will be able to do that. Of course, you are more than welcome to find shit that's cheaper, but buyer beware. Buyer beware.
It's not always better.
It may not always be better, but some can actually be better. I know people who use mane and tail, and they have the most luxurious hair.
I've never heard anything bad about that one.
Never heard anything bad about VO5.
Yeah, well, I thought
Never
it
heard
was
any,
on the list.
never
no?
heard anything bad about Vidal Sassoon.
Suave, I think, is one of the ones that was on the list.
Couple, yes, sometimes, but then again, it just depends on people. You know, remember when I tell you when it comes to any type of recommendation for skincare specifically, results vary. Results vary. Then that also goes with shampoo, but you also have to take into account your medical history. Because if you keep trying to reach for Nioxin, but you keep on taking, I don't know, thyroid medication, you need to go and talk to your doctor first to see if Nioxin is going to be the best bet for you. You may have to actually take pills. That Nioxin may be drying the fuck out of your hair so severely that not even not even a Food for Soft by Matrix would even be able to fix it. You know, sometimes medications can make your hair really wiry. You know, some people use Head and Shoulders, which I don't understand why, because it's a dandruff shampoo. And most people don't know the difference between dandruff and dry scalp.
Sometimes I don't think doctors know either because they recommend that.
Yeah.
Dandruff. Like, oh, my head itches, and they're like, okay, use this.
Yeah. So that's just, again, buyer beware when it comes to that shit.
Wait, so
yeah,
what was remember the list that came out years ago, was it? And all those different shampoos and conditioners that were on it.
That were recalled?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Was that the product that you were just talking about that was in it?
That was the argan oil. Remember the OGX line?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what was in there? Was it what you were just talking about?
Some of them with panthenol. Okay. Some of them with too many sulfates.
Wasn't it formaldehyde in one of them?
Yes, there was formaldehyde in some of them. Yes. Yes. But you also have to realize formaldehyde is in a lot of things that will be used, especially lash glue.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
I think lash glue has that distinct smell. You know what I mean? What is the difference between dandruff and dry scalp? I'm so glad that you asked. Dry scalp, you know, you usually see that it's like little flakes that just come off because, you know, that's kind of like how our skin is. You know, sometimes our skin will get a little flaky when it's really dry, but you can see that. You can't say that this is dandruff. You know what I mean? Dandruff has a little bit of an odor to it. It's almost sulfury, like someone lit a match. And it can be kind of sticky. And for some people, it comes up like in little crusts.
Oh, wow.
Like, I see it a lot in a lot of elderly. But that's also because of improper use of shampoo and conditioner. Not using enough clarifying shampoo. Medications. You know, those play a part.
So is it like cradle cap almost? Like when babies get that? Or is it a little bit different?
That's something a little different. That's a different type of pityriasis. Not exactly sure of the technical term for it, but I'm pretty sure that there is a simple way to fix the problem. But again, as with anything that takes time to develop any type of symptoms, it's going to take just as much time as to try to relieve those symptoms. You know, not rinsing your shampoo all the way out, not rinsing your conditioner all the way out, hard water, chlorine water. etc.
Oh yeah, if you're an active swimmer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Again, if you want to take care of a dry scalp problem, it's as simple as using cholesterol. That you can buy at the dollar store. Get you a nice little jar of cholesterol, get you a nice synthetic bristle brush with a lot of bristles, and just give yourself a nice little scratchy up on the scalp. Don't go too hard because you don't want to irritate it. And then just brush it all out. And then go in sections and then put that cholesterol on your scalp. Don't put it on your hair, especially if you have oily hair. Don't put it on your hair. Put it on your scalp. And put a shower cap over it. Okay. And if you can be if you got one of them good old bonnet hair dryers, baby, that's worth its weight in gold. Put yourself up under that dryer, try to heat up that cholesterol and let it seep up into your scalp for about 20 minutes. Go rinse, shampoo, condition. You'll be fine. Couple of scalp treatments, you'll be good as new. You know? I'm just saying, stick with something that can easily wash out. Please do not go with oil. Don't go with argan oil. Don't go with Moroccan oil. Don't go with olive. Don't go with coconut. Don't go with any of that stuff because it's too viscous. You want something that's going to be kind of like a lotion type of a thing, something that's going to be easily penetrable into the skin. Oil has too large of molecules for them to go straight up into your scalp. It's just going to be swimming up on the top of your scalp. And oil and water don't mix. So you're going to be there for a while trying to get this damn oil out of your hair.
Is coconut oil good for your skin? I heard it was.
The jury's out on that. There's no conclusive evidence from the FDA.
I read in one of the diabetes groups.
Some people say that coconut helps. Coconut oil helps. Some people say that it doesn't. Some people say that it made their skin greasier. Some people, it's again, results vary. Results vary. But cholesterol is cheap. Cholesterol's cheap. Think of it as kind of like hair mayonnaise. I mean, hell, you can use mayonnaise. Why? Because it's a lotion consistency, and that shit's gonna seep right in. Yes, it does contain oil. Yes, it does contain oil, but that oil has been homogenized in such a way with eggs. You ever made homemade mayonnaise? Disgusting. But it's so good. It's so delicious. Homemade mayonnaise is the shit. Yep. But yeah. So stick with cholesterol. It's so much easier and it's cheap. It's $1. It's $1. Just saying. Go with that. Hope that helps. Julie says, I just want to say thank you for being real in this crazy world. We need more people like you to make a difference. Also, I've not been doing well. My next door neighbor passed. Well, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm very sorry about that. My condolences to you. Carla says, how do you get comfortable being alone all the time? I'm 24/7. How do you keep yourself busy? I want to be positive instead of negative. Well, sweetheart, you're human. You're going to have to realize is that sometimes that we're just going to be positive sometimes. It's not an all the time thing. We have a wide range of emotions, and sometimes we do have innermost thoughts. We're sometimes our own worst critics. So sometimes we're going to have a little doubt up in the back of our minds. All of us have it at some point. What you do with that depends on you. If you end up believing all of that shit, and that's when you fall into a deep depression. Because then you feel worthless. You know? It is what it is, sweetheart. But the thing of what I can tell you is that I've learned to love being alone because I can confront myself easier. I ain't got nobody else in the background trying to be the fucking distraction. This is me trying to regroup. This is me trying to reorganize the fucking many rooms of my brain. This is me trying to seek a little bit of clarity. Now, it's going to take time for some. I've been alone for quite a long time. And you tend to get used to it. Now, would I love someone to share? Yes. But I'm okay being alone. I'm quite okay with it. If I decide that I want to act a fool at home, I'm good. If I want to sit here and just rethink my life's choices, I can. No one else is going to make you get up off your ass than you. No one else but you. So, for me, you have to learn how to get past all of the bullshit in your own mind because, again, we come with commercials too before you get to the main programming. Learn to get past all the ads. Not easy. But when you get past all of that shit, things start to get a little bit more clearer. You start giving less fucks about things because you've come to terms with who you are. Let me tell you why people don't like being alone with themselves. Is because they're not ready to face themselves. At some point during your life, whether you are alive or dead, you are going to have to confront yourself. You're going to face yourself at some point, especially when it comes to a life-altering decision. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when that happens? You're gonna avoid the subject and probably think of something else. You're probably going to want to overeat. You're probably going to want to, I don't know, seek religious help, which again, it may work for some people. For others, let me tell you something. I cannot deal with that rule book. It's too much, especially when I'm just a human being. Never mind the fact that I'm trans. Never mind the fact that I'm homosexual. You know, never mind all that stuff. Just a human being. I don't think ComEd was around when God was around, when Jesus Christ was walking around trying to build furniture. So, with that being said, electric bills still got to get paid. And I got to get out of my head at some point. I hope that helps. Penny says, hi, CeeCee and Heather.
Hey.
Just wanted to say hello from me and Mountain Man. Let Heather know she looks gorgeous with the hair.
Oh, thank you, Penny.
CeeCee, I'm still waiting to get my hair cut. And it all involves you getting in that car and getting to me.
Remember, she's at Glenview.
Let me rephrase. Well, I'm going to let her. Well, I need to rephrase what she said. Yes. Most of the time, I'm at Glenview and my salon. Other times, I'm out in the other salons helping out. Because I don't want to take my hours away from my staff. I have a budgeted amount of hours. And you best believe I'm going to cut mine first before I cut my staff. Because I can always go and work at Oak Lawn. I can always go there. I'll be all right. I will be just fine. I don't have to be there if I really don't want to be. Let's be real. Let's be real. If I really don't want to be in Glenview, I don't have to be. I can schedule myself 1 day a week there. But I can't. Not just yet. Not until I get that store to where it needs to be, as far as sales-wise. So, that's where we are. Kathy says, Dear CeeCee, I just want to say I love watching you and have missed your content lately, but I am thrilled you are doing Ask CeeCee. My question is this. I'm an introvert, single lady, and have had no interest in meeting men in forever, but now I feel I'm ready to meet men. Please don't ask how long it's been. It's been way too long, but I have no idea where to start. I'm 50, and I really don't want to do the bars or the internet dating sites, so I feel like I am stuck. I used to meet guys through friends of friends, but now even that doesn't seem to happen anymore. Am I a lost cause? No. I just don't know what to do anymore. Maybe it's God's plan for me to be single forever. Girl, don't say that. Girl, don't say that. Let me tell you something. Dating back then is not like dating how it is now. Trying to meet somebody now is nothing like back in the day. Absolutely nothing like that at all. Back then, you would probably meet somebody in a fucking grocery store.
True.
Grocery store, library, coffee shop, bowling alley, police station. It's happened to me a couple times.
Only. God, a police station.
Yes,
You probably go to church and meet somebody.
I did.
Yeah. I rest my case.
You didn't have a case to rest.
Ew.
Anywho, ew, don't roll your fucking eyes at me. I want to slap the shit out of you. Slap your wig off you.
Go ahead.
I'm sure you want it.
That's fine. I don't care.
Ew. Everyone loves your hair.
Thank you.
See? See? You look so pretty.
Oh.
Girl, let me tell you something. When you have confidence within yourself and you put yourself together and you go out and you have that confidence, you walk, you just live in your life, I promise you, you're going to meet somebody. It's happened to me a lot. The salon, the grocery store, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, the gas station. These are places I hang out.
I feel like the gas station happens a lot with you, though.
It does. I don't understand why. Half of the time I look like a bum. That's usually when it fucking happens. When I'm not even made up.
I mean, the DoorDash guy wanted your number that time, too.
And
you
I
weren't
had
even in makeup that time.
I had a whole ass 5 o'clock shadow and not a goddamn eyebrow in the first.
He came back.
Came back. He was like, hey, can I get you the fuck? Nah. No.
That was funny.
Yeah, I know how to attract them, apparently. Kayla says, just wanted to say I love you so much, and let me just say you are absolutely stunning. My question is, I had sent you an email a while back asking for advice on how I should proceed with talking to someone, and now things just fell off like no communication. I've had to reach out to them every single time. It also doesn't help when it's a coworker. We don't date our coworkers. We just basically stopped talking, and honestly, it hurts me because this is just a constant thing that happens legit all the time with me when I talk to someone. If I'm am I doing something wrong? Like, is it just me or is it him? Like, they say they want something, then automatically change their mind after. And that's what's the fucked up part, is because they don't even want to tell you why they changed their fucking mind, and they just go ghost. No, it ain't you. Maybe you're intimidating. I get that all the time.
I mean, you are, though.
See?
Well, again, because you're not like, oh my God, I need you. It's like, you don't need a man. That you can do everything yourself.
True that.
You're not that type of woman.
True that.
So.
True that. I don't need, especially when you're an independent woman, baby, let me tell you something. Guys don't like that. There's a lot of guys that don't like that. I'm not going to say all guys are like that, but not all guys are like that. But a good majority of them, oh yeah, they like that.
Plus, your confidence level is like way up here.
Mm-hmm. You have to match what the fuck I got. If you can't match what the fuck I got, it intimidates people. Then they end up giving it a shot, but then they get fucking intimidated. And it's just like, well, no, because I feel like I'm out of her league without giving me a shot. Literally, give me a fucking shot.
You got to be able to carry on a conversation, and you got to match her wits.
Yep. So I hate when they do that fucking shit. They just go ghost. Some people do not know how to communicate. Do you know what I mean? You cannot expect everybody to be a communicator. when they never got to do it with their previous relationships.
True.
You can't expect everybody to be a communicator. And if they want to be a communicator, they're going to start making an effort in small ways because they don't know how to. Small little fucking ways. Listening is the easiest.
True.
Listening is just listening to what it is that we got to say and then taking what we've said, not turning it around on themselves to make it feel like that I'm trying to attack them, but more as if it's constructive criticism in such a way as that I love you, but I feel like that this would be a much better result if we did this. And taking that and then having a discussion with me about maybe we can both work together and come to a consensus where I'm doing what you're asking me to do, but I'm doing it my way. I'm not trying to take your individuality away from you. Because that would be the last thing of what I would want. I don't want to date a robot unless I got a dildo with batteries.
But a lot of men are thrown off too, also because, well, they have to get to know you. You know, depending on your mood. Because, with you being a Taurus and a Gemini.
That's true.
And I hate to it's the signs, but between you and Gabe,
we're both identical.
Gemini's it is very true. It's the two-faced. She's got different personalities, and I'm not trying to be funny, joke or whatever, but she can go from being the most outgoing person and want to be going out or whatever, and then the next minute she's like, no, I'm peopled out. She can't.
I'm an ambivert.
She likes it to an extent. And it has to be something that she's okay with. You can't take her out of her comfort zone either right away. You have to ease into all that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. I mean, I guess I just know.
True that. True that. And it's 9 times out of 10, it's not even my comfort zone that's being broken. It's theirs. They're not used. Let me tell you something. I've been on dates with guys, and when I tell you that it just throws them for a loop because they're expecting to shell out a shitload of money, and I'm just like, dude, we can just go get a fucking hot dog.
Yeah.
We can just go get a hot dog. Let's go get a hot dog at Gene and Jude's, and let's chill in the parking lot, talk, shoot the shit. Please don't take me to a movie theater. But
oh yeah, no movie.
I hate movie theaters. We can come to my house. I can cook. Let me cook. I can go to your house if I know that you're not a psycho. You can cook. Let's do that. I'm a little bit easier when it comes to dates. Now, if we romantically involved to where feelings are, intertwined and shit like that, now that's where I'm going to kind of expect you to do a little bit more. Just a little bit. A little bit. Nice little restaurant. Something new. We go visit something, something that doesn't have to deal with the general public. Go dancing, go do dancing lessons, go axe throwing.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Let's go to an arcade. Let's go play video games. Still a kid at heart. Let's go to a comic book convention. Let's go to a horror movie convention. Let's go to, shit that I know that I would hope that we both like. Fucking hate movie theaters. Oh my God.
You hate them because people are talking and little kids come in.
People are talking and people don't know when's the right time to get up to move. There's probably because I've been watching movies for almost all my fucking life that I kind of know when there's slow periods in the story. And when there's a slow period in the story, I'm going to take this time real quick because this seems like we're doing a recap. So I'm gonna go pee or stuff like that. But baby, people get up at the wrong inconvenient times, and I like to sit in the middle of the movie theater so that way I can actually see the fucking thing and actually experience the sound from all around me. I don't want to sit in the back because then I only hear the sound this way. I like to hear it
True.
all the way around. So I sit in the middle. So what do I got to deal with? People who fucking talk during the movie. Fucking cell phones going off. The light from the cell phones. Kids screaming.
We're just gonna rent the movie theater out for you one night. I'll just go, and that way we know we're all just gonna shut the fuck up.
Like, oh my God. Oh my God. No, Sandra, I will not be doing long drives. A nice long drive with my sweetie? No, I'm gonna feel like he's trying to take me to someplace to kill me. We've been in this car for over half an hour. Where the fuck are you taking me?
Okay, now if you were involved, if it's not like whatever, if he was,
Bitch, let me tell you something. The last guy that I took on a long drive with me. The last guy. I gave him the itinerary. We leave at this time. We stop here and here. Fill up once at the second one. Then be there. By the time we get there, we have enough time to unload our shit. You can go take a nap if you want to. I don't give a fuck what you're doing around this time, but I'm painting.
but sweetheart, that's how you like with all of us every time we go with you on a long drive. That you can't count that as that of a long drive. You're like that with me. No matter who is with you, you're like that. You're like, all right, well, here's my. You have it down to a T. If you have enough time, we're gonna stop and eat early, like we did that time we went to Indianapolis. That's just your thing. You need like a spontaneous, where he's gonna take you somewhere. Like you gotta.
I mean, if he's driving,
planning
sure.
something.
I
That's
mean,
what they're saying.
I mean, if he's driving, sure. Because if I gotta drive,
Like let him surprise
that's
you.
a nah. That's a nah. That's a nah for me, dog.
She really does hate driving. She says she
Fuck,
loves
I hate
it.
Oh, I hate driving.
She's like, I like driving. No, she
I
doesn't.
have to drive.
She's a liar. She hates it.
I hate it. Fucking hate it. She hates it so much that she doesn't have her license.
Oh yeah, I quit. I put it away. I was like, nope, I'm done. Thank you. I'm gonna respectfully bow out. I'm filled. That was it.
Even though she needs a car, but
So we're back to this kind of area though.
okay.
Done with the country.
I'm not gonna get up in there with
Okay.
you. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, do your thing.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Chicken wing. Okay. Girl, just.
Well,
there
no,
you go.
I was gonna leave it on. It was cute.
Girl, no, it was creeping back, bitch. It was just like.
That's why I was like, wait, let me try.
It was like Homer Simpson going in the bushes.
It was cute, but it just started.
I need
sliding off.
I need to frame this to your face.
I was like, oh, I gotta go with it. Oh,
Now, what?
my hair.
What's wrong? There's
It's
nothing wrong
just
with
a
it.
mess.
It's not really.
It is though.
No, actually, it's not frizzy at all.
It
It's
feels
beautiful.
Like one side's like bumpy.
But it's not.
You know why?
But it's not. And you walked up into the makeup room and still happy with this wig in my hand.
Oh. You want me to put it back?
Yes.
Like you were gonna make puppet with it.
I did just a few seconds ago.
Sorry.
Put the clip here and then hang it up upside down. So that way the bangs don't split.
Where is it at?
How far away does Heather live from you? Too fucking far.
An hour each way.
Hour and 15 minutes each way. Rude. Rude. Just rude.
I miss living close by. Hopefully I did that right.
I hope so too.
Okay.
Diana says, tomorrow evening I will start a new job. After 17 years of taking care of my son and household, and the thing is, I'm nervous. And I don't know why. I really like to work and have some time outside of my house, but I'm nervous and I'm a little anxious. CeeCee, do you think this is normal? Can you understand these feelings? Yeah, girl, when you've been in the house and in the house bored, and then finally you decide to go do something that is not your normal, You're switching it up. You're going out. You're going to, bitch, that was reason number one why I got a job. That was reason number one why I got a job. It wasn't because of the money. When I took that job with Great Clips,
Oh yeah, because you were bored.
I was bored.
So
I was bored being in the fucking house day in, day out, that I was going nuts. So I went and got a job. And I wanted to do it part-time. But that didn't happen for me. I ended up being full-time, then being a salon manager. You know? Then I ended up fucking losing everything on social media. Now I have to work. Poor me, right? I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. If, like I said, I would probably be miserable as fuck if it was a job that I hated. I would be miserable as shit. I would be switching, job hopping, and doing all of that shit. I would go back to being a lot lizard.
You enjoy that anyway, so.
I do enjoy that, but at least it paid.
So you wouldn't be unhappy there.
Look, I used to hook, okay?
Oh.
I used to do all that shit. But however, it made coin. It made coin.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what I gotta do. Never got caught. Never been busted. Okay? So I can go back to that at any time. I can always go back to that. Made more money.
Isn't that sad?
That made more money. I could be making more money on OnlyFans.
I don't know. To me, it's sad that those kind of things, between that and the illegal things, you make all this money, but you here trying to earn an honest living. You get diddly, you get shit.
But you know what? I kind of knew that the thing with social media was going to fizzle out at some point as well, because number one, I'm not competing with any other makeup people.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying not to. I stopped doing partnerships with other corporations as far as like getting collaborations upon makeup products, because I've experienced that and I hated it. I hated not having full creative control. Number one, I hated that I was always getting the short end of the stick. I was always getting 20% of fucking sales. Or some places we're even doing for 10% of sales. And I'm just like, but I'm the one that's bringing you all of this fucking business. So why am I giving myself chump change? And not only am I getting myself chump change with all this shit, there's so much drama behind it.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, you're now so not into the drama.
And it's just like now we get up into the drama. And this is the whole reason why I don't fuck with the beauty community that much. And I love doing makeup. As much as I bitch about it every single fucking day, I love it with every fiber of my fucking being, more than I love hair.
You know what, people live for drama. So you're not one that's on here and doing your makeup and then be like, oh my God, did you hear what this other beauty makeup influencer did?
And then people just talking shit about each other. And it's just like, that has been some of the fakest shit that I've never seen, but I have heard about. And frankly, I'm just like, ew, why? What's the point when all of you are just amazing at being such creative artists? That now egos are involved, and now we think I'm better than this person. I'm better than this person. When each of you have a different niche. James Charles, for example, he brought in all the teeny boppers. Literally brought in all the teeny boppers. Sorry for the old school language here, but you know, Bella has not taught me, has not kept me up to date with the vocabulary. Damn her. Damn her. Damn her. It's just, you have Nikki Tutorials.
She's amazing.
Not only is she amazing, she's trans, and nobody knew that.
I didn't even know that.
Nobody knew that. She outed herself.
I was like, oh shit.
She outed herself. One of the least, as a matter of fact, this woman, in my eyes, has never been problematic.
Not that I never.
Not that I've known of, but you hear about the problematic ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Manny MUA, Tatiana Westbrook. You hear about James Charles. You hear about Jeffree Star. You hear about H&H. You hear about that. And it's just like,
Oh, there's one. He's a guy, and he says someone said he's bad.
it's just like you hear about all of this
Is it
shit.
Rich Lux?
Whatever. That one. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that one. Oh my God, that one. And it's just like you're the Perez Hilton of the makeup world. And it's like, that's not cute. Honestly, that's not cute. The makeup's not cute either. But it's like, you know what? Whoever loves it, loves it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever loves it, loves it. And if you love it, that's great. That's not for me to decide. To me, I just think it's a little payaso, but that's just me. However, I'm a mess myself. But at least I'm a mess with my shit. You know? If there was any drama, it's because I haven't started it. I was always the one ending it.
Or somehow being in the middle of it. I mean, but usually by your choice, by defending people you care about.
Yes.
It wasn't like you went looking for it.
Child.
You weren't just like
Sarah Williams, non-problematic.
Oh, she's amazing.
And I feel like she should be bigger than what she is now.
Yeah, but Sarah's humble. She even said like she's just, she's like, I do this because I love makeup. I don't do it because I want to become somebody.
Right.
She's very down to earth.
But just imagine if she had a little bit of that fucking ego.
She'd be amazing.
Bitch. But the thing is that she could back it up. You know what I mean?
True.
Thing is, she could back it up. Nikki can back it up. Can back it up. Be like, I've never done that before. I'm going to try it. And for some odd reason, it just fucking works. It's fucking amazing. I love that. I love when people are just happy in their happy place. You know what I mean? When I stop talking because I'm doing makeup, I'm in my happy place. You know? When I'm curling somebody's hair, I'm in my fucking happy place.
It's all in your happy place. This is what you're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
You're creative.
Yep. Fucking LaBailey Sarian.
Yeah.
And on top of it all, she does. No. She was the first with it. She was the first with it with Makeup Murder Mondays. Makeup Murder and Mystery Monday. The fuck? And I love her personality.
Oh, I know. I love when she's telling the stories.
But she does it in a way that's conversationalist.
Mm-hmm.
And she found her niche. You know what I mean? Everybody who has been up there, Michaela Nogueira and all of them, they found a niche. You know what I mean? You found someone that you liked. You like someone that had a Jersey accent that does wonderful makeup, but apparently I don't know what the drama is with all of her because I don't really follow all that bullshit. But I think the last thing that I've heard from, because you can't really escape it on TikTok, was that she kept on hiding the fact that she was actually doing an ad.
Oh, Michaela?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. But sometimes when you're so passionate about fucking makeup, you can't really tell the difference.
True.
I'm not trying to defend anybody because, again, I don't fucking know this. I don't know these people well enough in order for me to even give a shit. So it's like, but she does beautiful makeup. Beautiful makeup. And I kind of relate to her because she paints just as much as I do. That bitch puts on all the cosmetics. So do I. But I don't follow them like that. When they come across my TikTok, because I'm always getting makeup, because it's what I do, or hair, it's what I do. And it's like, I get to find out and meet other creators. Like, I'm more in tune with the hair creators than I am with the fucking makeup creators. The hair creators, Teresa Van Dam.
Yeah.
And she's a new Lennox.
And was Siri, is that her name?
Yep, Siri's another one.
I love watching her.
Bailey's
Both of
another
them.
one. You know, it's cool. But I just don't like following all that fucking drama. To me, it's, bitch, I'm almost 50.
Oh shit.
I'm almost 50.
You're gonna be halfway this year.
I am already. So it's like, I'm enough with the child shit games, because it's like, to me, it's now, it's not even immature anymore. It's fucking annoying. It's literally fucking annoying. I feel like there's no progression with that.
I think Paul and Jen, that was probably one of the reasons why they kind of moved over toward TikTok to get away from like some of the drama, because I mean, I don't watch them all the time, but when I used to, it seemed like they were getting pulled in, and then people were really mean going after Jen, like especially right after she had the last little boy. I mean, the horrible things they were saying.
Right. So that's why I keep my kids off of fucking social media. I'm sorry. You cannot control everybody that comes through your comment feed. Because if I could, we would never be seeing some dumb shit that we see as for fucking comments. Do you know what I mean? You can't control that. But exposing your child to social media and to others to others evil. We'll just put it that way. I can give you another perfect example. Jessica from Spoiled Cosmetics.
She's got her little one.
It's just like, you always have your kids in the fucking video, and I'm not saying, you know what, that is her life. She makes millions. The bitch probably doesn't give a fuck about what I think, even though I was an affiliate for her. But it's like, what, you're supposed to be the owner of a brand that you're trying to build up, and you keep on tearing yourself down in such a way, even when I know your eyeshadows are amazing. They're fucking great. Wherever the fuck you're getting them from, whatever lab, amazing, 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 amazing products. But when I tell you that some of the shit that she does is just moronic.
Yeah.
Moronic. And it's just like, you're literally destroying your own brand, and some of your affiliates are taking you along with their ride. It's like, girl.
I just think
that's why I broke ties with Spoiled Lips, because I'm just like, y'all are way too much fucking drama, and I've been through some fucking drama with beauty brands. Remember Beauty Kitchen?
Oh my god, that was a fucking nightmare.
It was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
I can't, girl. I can't. It's just too much bullshit out there.
Yeah.
It's too much bullshit.
Who else used to try and do? Was it Gigi? Yeah. Oh my god, she was another one to just. Her kids are. Yeah.
None of my business.
That was another one.
No comment. I have no comment. I have absolutely no comment when it comes to that woman. And the funny thing is that the bitch is actually talented with makeup.
She is.
She actually is quite fucking talented with makeup. And I just wish that she would just cut the bullshit and just stick to that, because everything else that she's trying to do, it's terrible. And it's unfortunate. Because people let the fucking egos get to them, and it just ruins their whole fucking brand before they can take off. I at least stay true to myself. That's probably why I'm still at the bottom of the fucking barrel, because I'm not going to fucking start kissing ass and start doing all this shit that these kids are doing, because it's high school, you know? I'm good. Anyway. No, Diana, it's normal. It's normal. Rebecca sent me a damn paragraph.
Oh.
I live. Hello, ladies. I've been following you for over a year, maybe 2. I've been wanting to send you this email for a very long time, but never seemed to be brave enough Or maybe just scared of your response. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll put a lot more care into my response. Like if it's negative. But I'm pretty sure it's not. Especially when into all this. But I'm 42 years old and lost my partner, my person, the love of my life, a little over 3 years ago to COVID pneumonia. Damn.
That's horrible.
We were together for almost 8 years. Losing her has devastated me in every way possible. I'm trying my best to live my life, but seem to find myself not able to go even a day without crying. I cry for her every day. I never got to say goodbye. She was put in a medically induced coma, paralyzed, in hopes to let her body rest and heal. But that was not the outcome. She passed away at 3:23 in the morning. We both have COVID at the time, different strands. She went into cardiac arrest as they were turning her over. We literally hadn't laid eyes on each other in over a month, except for video chat through Messenger by the nurse that was taking care of her. But like I said, she was in a coma already by then. I chose to have a closed casket because I could not stand the thought of seeing her like that. I have a hard time thinking about the fact that she was alone and I was not there with her. I know the hospital had protocol and I was not allowed to be there with her. I guess what I'm asking, is there any advice that you could possibly give me, help me figure out how to live again? I'm fine myself going a day or two, maybe even 3 days, still crying every day, but trying to work through things. But every time I take one step forward, I feel like I take 10 steps back. I lost my sister 5 years ago to metastatic breast cancer, and I took care of her the last 2 days of her life, helping her transition from life to death. And I thought that would be the hardest thing that I would have to live with, but losing my person is the worst pain I've never felt in my entire life. I'm lost and I don't know where else to turn. Love you to pieces. Thank you for taking the time to read my email. Oh, honey, you're so welcome.
Oh.
Coming from that place, I can understand what happens to you after when someone that you've been so close to and built such a hard bond with just passes. Can you think about this scenario? And I'm only going to talk about in your case. I'm not going to talk about in mine. But I will ask you this question. Let's just say that there were no protocols and you were able to go in there and see her. But let's also not negate the fact that we know what COVID did. And she was cognizant and talking. What would her words be to you as soon as you walked up into that sterile room? What are you doing? You're nuts. Turn around. Get out. You're going to get sick. So with that in mind, it's natural to think that I should have been with her the entire time. You kind of were, believe it or not, just not physically. And I think that's what a lot of people have a hard time with. I may not have to be there. I may not be able to be there physically because either due to my own will or out of my control. But at some point, because we don't want to really see and deal with the fact that that is really happening, that a person is fighting for their life with that fucking virus that changed the entire world, and not for the better. You can kind of get a little bit of closure in the fact that I have not been there by your side, but you know I was there with you in spirit, wishing you that you will come out of this and we can go have pancakes. You know what I mean? Having that optimism is your way of saying goodbye. Because in the deepest, darkest parts of our minds, we know that that is a possibility. This may be the last time. And you conflicting with that voice in the back of your head until it actually becomes a reality when a doctor comes up to you and tells you, It's not the easiest thing in the world to try to battle. So you're going to grieve and grieve for as long as you need to. Stop beating yourself over it because you're grieving. Do you know what I mean? But at some point, I don't think your person will want you to be that way for forever. My God. My God, if Heather was crying all the fucking time and I was long dead, I promise you I would probably be talking to God or the devil. And just be like, you know what, can I go up there for a little bit or down there for a little bit? Just give me about 2 minutes. And he gave me that 2 minutes. I promise you, I'm probably gonna come back as me again instead of, Heather Locklear, and just slap the ever-loving shit out of you and then slap you in the titty. Get your ass out of this bed. Like I tell you every fucking time you're in the bed.
I'm in trouble.
Get your ass out of that bed. If it's a struggle for me to get out of bed, I can imagine how much of a struggle it is for you to get out of bed. Because not everybody wants to get the fuck out of bed every single fucking morning. Sometimes we just want to be in our fucking feelings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Just let us be in our fucking feelings. But at some point, you're going to have that best friend to knock you out of there because they understand. They understand. So please have a little faith in yourself and give yourself a bit of grace. You're keeping her memory alive, not her death.
True.
When we think about someone that has passed on, we think about all of the good times. We don't actually try to remember the actual final moments before they took their last breath. Our brains don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Our brains don't want to do that shit. So it goes into happy places. But at some point, that little dark place comes back. And then we start missing their absence.
Yeah.
Especially when it's fresh.
Yeah.
Especially when it's fresh because you're used to a routine. Especially when there's a certain situation that you go to that person because it's automatic. Just to dial their phone number to realize that their cell phone is probably right next to their arm. And you're just like, oh, that's right. It's like it's just like it happened to you all over again. Shit happened with me with fucking Nakia.
What happened?
For a week straight, I was up in the morning trying to take the dog out. And before I went to bed, it happened again.
Who went first? Was it her or Mabel?
It was Mabel first.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And Nakia just died of a broken heart because there was nothing wrong with her. There was really nothing wrong with her. She just died of a broken heart.
Oh.
So, do you want to die of a broken heart? That's not, that's suicide. Because that's literally what that is. It can't be. That's about as close to a death that affected me entirely more than anything. So, I understand. But you got to get your ass up. I'm sorry, but bill come every month. Bill come every month. So do your dreams. So do your own goals. Because eventually when you start getting a little bit of, I'm out of the grief stage, start getting a little bit of clarity, be like, you know what? We always talked about that we wanted to do this. Let me just go and fucking do it.
True.
You know what I mean? Bitch, we are humans. We have these range of emotions. We're not always going to be positive. That was the topic of the day. We are not always going to be positive. We are human beings. There's going to be, even though in a sea of positivity, one little motherfucker that just wants to ruin your fucking day, then you end up focusing on that shit. You know what I mean? Bitch, give yourself, can we please give ourselves a little bit of grace? Just a little bit, just a little bit. I understand that we got to get up and pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. And sometimes it's very hard to just even want to pull up one bootstrap, let alone two. You know, I get it. I get it. I get it. But bitch, it's a process. So trust it. Just like how it takes, how I'm not sure how this makeup is going, but at the end it actually turned out fine. It's how I treat life. I might have to try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, at least I could try again. I ain't dead yet. So, what you gonna do? Back up. Miss Man, you better get your ass up. Get your ass out that bed. Get your ass out of that bed. Well, that's all I'm asking you to do, Becca, is just try. Because that's how you know you're going to make it work. Realize that, I'm not a religious person by no fucking means. But when I tell you that you should actually take a little bit of solace that we wake up every single fucking day. Take a little bit of solace that we woke up another day to try again. Do you know what I mean? We woke up another day. You either make this go good or you make this go bad. It's your choice. And sometimes there are things in life to where we really don't have a choice. So we have to change our reaction and learn that resilience comes from experience. Oh my God, you tripped me out because that's literally what I was doing in bed. Get your ass out that bed. Don't you got some dishes to wash? Bitch, get up and go wash the dishes. Let me tell you something. As somebody who can literally understand what depression is and been through it my damn self, I can definitely tell you the first thing of what you're going to fucking do once you start getting into a depression is really not care how your fucking house looks.
That part.
It's really not care how your house looks, and your friends that that do judge you, but because they're friends. They're friends. They'll judge you. I know Heather does.
Oh, no.
And now at some point she's gonna look at me. She was gonna be like, "Bitch, why the fuck you have dishes in your sink? This is not you."
True. I've already said that.
Why is there so much dust around here? This is not you, bitch. Am I waking up or not?
Now that you said it.
Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna get to that soon. I'm gonna get to that soon when I snap the fuck out of my own funk. I got funks too. That's why you guys don't see me online half the time. I have my own funks. And I know and at least now at my age, I know that when I'm in a funk, all it takes is just one thing to piss me the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd rather just not. And I don't want to take it out on people. So that's why I don't go on live as much anymore. I don't. Because sometimes it drains the fuck out of you. And it's like, oh my God. Like I want to get back to that level of success up on social media. The bitch, I'm starting to, now that we've been through a pandemic, okay? To where I had to do this. I had no other fucking choice, really, honestly. I had no other choice but to be even better at social media and then start changing things up. You know what I mean? To the point where I'm so tired. I'm so fucking tired. Then it puts me in a depression because I feel like I'm always have to fucking defend myself.
A little bit.
It's just like, and it puts me in my own fucking head. And you know what? I'm that type of person that if I'm going through some shit, I close the fuck up about it. Defense mechanism. I don't fucking know. But the thing is, it's the only way that I know how to come to terms with what the fuck has happened and what the fuck I'm going to do about it. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes talking it out helps. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it just makes me feel worse. Yikes. I get in my own head. Sorry. Defense mechanism. Karen says, I was wondering if you could recommend anything for thinning fine hair. I'm assuming it's age related. I turned 50 this year, and there is your recommendation. Do not assume. Go and talk to a doctor, a dermatologist, and go get full blood work done. Go for a biopsy, go for an MRI, go for the x-rays, go for the PET scan, stick your tongue out for the doctor. You know, hopefully flex your knee when they bang on it with a fucking hammer. Whatever the fuck you got to do. You have to make sure that there is, whatever it is of what you're going through, a symptom of the thinning hair. Remember, your skin is going to be the first sign that something is wrong. Your skin. Tu piel. A bruise, you know what happened. A cut, you know what happened. A gunshot wound, you know what happened. It's the shit that you don't know. Why is my hair falling out? Why are my nails this color? You know? Why does my knees hurt at night? Why can't I keep my legs still? You're kind of getting where I'm going with this, right? So your skin's going to be the first indication that something is going to be wrong. And if everybody has that picture in the magazines of how they want their hair to be, you can, but you have to take care of your fucking health. You have to take care of your health. It will mean shit if you're just focused on the hair and not really about the health. And find you a damn good stylist. You're going to go through some questionable ones before you find the right one. But once you find the right one, bitch, you better hope she got a 401k plan. You better hope she got benefits. You better hope. So, do you know what I mean? Jelly beans. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do to your hair. And you have to realize that whatever the fuck you're doing to your hair, not to mention what is already going on in your body that you're taking medication for, or may not be taking medication for, and completely undiagnosed, could be the reason why your hair's falling out. Could be a reason to why your skin feels really dry and pale and looks like it's just, feels like leather. Do you know what I mean? Can we please stop ignoring ourselves? We have so much to live for. We have so much to live for, honey. And I understand that almost 2/3 of your fucking life is working, but you know, for some people it's 3/3 of their entire life's working, but at least you're doing something you love. Stop doing shit that's not good for you. I know. Hypocrite. I know. Shush. Do as I say, not as I do. You know? Yo, but it's hard to find a good doctor. My daughter got screwed over by a doctor. It's the same thing with hairdressers, honey. You're going to find ones that are questionable. That's how you know the difference between the ones that are just there for the fucking insurance money and the other ones that actually do care. It's going to take a minute for you to vet those people. But vet them and check their fucking results. There's reviews on doctors. There's reviews on doctors. There's reviews on hairstylists. We're no different than them. We still deal with anatomy and physiology. Do you know what I mean? Look, let me tell you something about the smoking. It's either this or a criminal record. I'll stick with this. People are safer around me.
True.
I have an anger problem. Yeah, I have an anger problem.
You're a lot more scarier when you're without cigarettes.
Yep. Have you and Heather been an item, or are you guys family? We're family.
We are family.
Like a giant tree, reaching out towards the sky. We are family. Oh. Leland says, have you ever used coconut oil to remove makeup before I use it and then a cleanser? I did one time and I hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I hated it. I broke out so fucking bad.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, I had such cysts. See, I get cystic acne. I don't just get acne. I get cystic acne. Bitch. Exactly, YouTube user, which is why I always search for peace in a relationship. She says anger is behind everything in a relationship, which is why I choose peace. Peace. It should never, ever amount to anger. It should never, ever amount to anger. Both people should be mature enough to know that when it feels not like a situation that you would actually be the most positive and more focused yourself, that's the time when you walk away. You know, be like, you know what, I'm getting a little heated and I think we need to stop this right now. I think we need to revisit it when I've calmed down. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah, I choose peace. So if somebody starts giving me that fucking drama, I gotta go. I have to go. I'm sorry. I have an anger problem. I really do have an anger problem. When you're already getting me to that point to where I want to just kind of break that fucking solemn vow that I made to myself, I gotta go. I got to go.
I mean, you usually tell people too, like.
All right now.
That, say that, like, all right, like, I'm really not in a good mindset. Like, can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Because I've seen you do that and then get to the point where, like, apparently you're not listening and then you just.
Yep. Apparently. Because when I say don't poke the bear,
right.
Don't poke the fucking bear.
And then they're like, well, you don't have to say that to me.
Exactly. So that's why I say, if you're going to poke the bear, be prepared for the fucking answers. Be prepared. And yes, when you piss me off, I get fucking hurtful. I get really hurtful. And I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
I'll read your ass to the motherfucking carpet. Even if it's at my own expense. That's fine. But when you get me to the point where I want to start getting physical, that's when I know, you know what? Now I really got to go. Now I really have to go. Because now when I see you, I want to choke the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good. Hence why I choose peace. It's so easy. Jennifer says, I have a product question for you. Out of all the hair products that you use personally and professionally, which ones are your go-to for daily use and which ones are your salon go-tos? The ones that I go to for daily use, I tend to gravitate towards the Miracle Creator by Matrix. I tend to go for my got to be hairspray. And I tend to go for my wax stick if I'm trying to make a part in a wig. But as far as the salon is concerned, I use the Miracle Creator at work too. I use that at work. And that's the only reason why I use it personally, because I use it. And I'll use a Curl Can Dream. They have a fantastic hair oil that is weightless. It's literally, it's so light.
Really?
The oil is so light, and it goes on beautifully onto hair, better than Paul Mitchell's Skinny Serum.
And Paul Mitchell's supposed to be the best.
Right, and Paul Mitchell's Skinny Serum just looks like grease on your hair, honestly.
Oh, that's a shame.
I fucking don't like Skinny Serum. It's too thick. It's too viscous. I really do like that Lightweight by a Curl Can Dream by Matrix. And it really does a number on curls. It really does. If you're trying to define curls, that is perfect for it. It's perfect. You'll have just beautiful ringlets. Gorgeous. Without any effort. As far as for men is concerned, I tend to go with a fiber cream. Especially because nowadays their fucking style is more shaggy looking. To where they like all of this length up in the front of their hair. This kind of reminds me of the recycled version of the emo era.
True.
But just shorter.
A little bit.
Because you remember the emos always had their hair in their face. Always going to one side. I'm not okay. That type of shit. Yeah. I'm good. That's the one things that I fuck with. And I fuck with a flexible style hairspray at the salon. I don't go for firm. I don't go for regular. I go for light. Light hairspray. Why? Because you want your hair to move. You want your hair to move. You, especially if you're trying to finish a style of curls, you want them to be bouncy. You want them to go move around. If you decide to go this way, it goes this way. And you want it to look sickening while you're doing it, right? Hair porn, right? You're not going to be able to do that with a firm style. It's just going to be crunch.
You feel like we're back in the 80s.
Crunch. It's so crunchy. Like, why is it so crunchy?
Like from the 80s country? When
Yes.
big hair and like...
Girl, with all that jacked up hair, the cholas, they would have that fucking wet look, but it was all gel. The minute that you tried to bend their hair, it just felt like you were snapping toothpicks.
Well, we used to try and do that too. Via hairspray only, though. We do the big hair.
Yeah.
And then just wear all black.
Yep. Is it a bad thing to keep baby oil on your hair day in and day out? Yes. Yes. To me. If it ain't fucking with your hair in any other type of way that makes it look bad or that gives you dandruff, because it can give you dandruff if you have an overly oily scalp, then it just looks like wet clumps. And it's yellow. It's not pretty. Bruh. Yes, it does make it greasy. Yes. So there's your other brands. Oh, and the fiber cream that I use is by Ruzel. Before that, it was American Crew. Forming cream. Bitch, I live by that. I can give you any style that kind of requires a stiff look, but not be stiff. Oh, and sexy hair, play harder.
What about that, what were they, Big Reds or something?
Big Reds.
Big Red or so. It was, for like curls. It was another brand, like they had like shampoo and everything. Big Bedhead, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Bedhead, yeah.
How are they?
They're okay. They're not my first go-to. They're really not. They're okay. They're okay. But honestly, like, sexy hair play harder is a powder. And if you want that volume,
you were saying.
if you want that volume in your hair and your hair is like fine and limp, bitch.
Is that what you put into my hair the last time?
That gave you all of that volume?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am. And you just put it right at the scalp and it just lifts everything up and it doesn't feel stiff. Love that shit. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. I love that question. Lelyn says, people are intimidated by me, and I don't know why. I'm 14 and 5'6", and people I know who I'm friends with now say they used to be very intimidated by me. And people say the way my eyes look are intense. It's very much a Bella stare.
Yeah.
That's a Bella stare.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Bella stare. Yep. You're gorgeous. You look way older than 15.
I know, especially in that last picture.
I'm sorry, 14. You're 14? Wait. This better be you in the passenger seat.
Yes,
seat.
I thought it was going to be driving.
Mirrored.
Yes.
Okay.
Bella used to do the pictures like that too, though.
Yeah. What? Her in the driver's seat?
Something like how that first one was.
Oh my God. Yeah, she was. Oh. And I did like It's a 10. I did like It's a 10.
You don't like it no more?
Their shampoo and conditioner is lovely. Lovely. Their leave-in conditioner is the exact same thing as Miracle Creator. Just not as heavy.
I heard one time, I can't remember who said it, but they said it was better to change your hair products that you use every couple of months, because it's not good for your hair for long term, whatever, because I don't know, there's something about building up a tolerance or something.
No. What I'm talking about was clarifying shampoos in that point. Clarifying shampoos is it's something everybody should have, is a good clarifying shampoo, because one, whether you have color treated hair or not, you're going to have product buildup. Right?
Right.
Whether it's from hairsprays, whether it's from serums, whether it's from oils, leave-in conditioners, et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to want a clarifying shampoo that gets all that shit out without stripping your hair.
So, still use the same stuff, but use the clarifying shampoo.
Use a clarifying shampoo, yes, in between. Or if you do have a dandruff problem, great. Okay, now you go with the dandruff shampoo and conditioner in conjunction to something that's moisturizing and hydrating. That way you don't get dry scalp.
True.
By using dandruff therapy shampoo, because eventually you're going to dry your scalp out. Eventually you will. Unless you have overactive sebaceous glands. And if you do, it'll be fine for you. But for other people, we kind of need to flip-flop a little bit. Can you use the hair products you like, or do you have to use only products the salon wants to use? Can I use the hair products of what I like? No, not in the salon. Because if they like it as much as I do, and they want to buy it, I can't sell it to them. So, hence why I fuck with so many different products, honestly. I fuck with so many different products. And that's how I got really good at knowing what products are in the salon and how to use them. But, bitch, my favorites right now have been Matrix. Everything from Matrix has been fucking lovely.
That's what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, keep me vivid.
Oh, I'll have to just search for it.
Well, hopefully not right now, my dear.
Well, no, I mean, I'm out at home, so I have to use what they use, which is Pantene.
Ew.
Right. So.
No wonder your color comes out faster.
Well, no, I mean, I ran out though, yeah. So.
Okay. How do you feel about wrecking shampoo? How do you feel about wrecking shampoo and conditioner? Redken.
Oh.
Not wrecking.
They've been out for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah. I don't know enough about their products in order to say I like them or I hate them. Although I do like their gel. Their Redken gel is pretty fucking lovely. Like their firm hold gel, It doesn't leave it crunchy. But it is a firm hold. I like that.
I feel like they were the go-to for years though, because I remember that when I first started years ago coloring my hair, you would get recommended that.
Yep. Let's see. Cody said, I've been with my partner, Austin, for 4 years, but I made a huge mistake. I slept with my dad's employee, and now everything feels like it's unraveling. Between the guilt, distance of my relationship, and the fear of losing Austin and possibly my family, I don't know how to fix this. We're both already stretched thin with our careers, and I'm terrified this could be the thing that tears us apart for good. How do I pick up the pieces before it's too late? Well, one, have you talked to Austin about your huge mistake? Or are you just carrying this burden? Number one, I mean, the longer that you wait to tell this person that you've cheated on them, um, is going to be another moment too late that you possibly can't repair. Do you know what I mean?
I'm baffled by people who cheat and then be like, it was a mistake, it was horrible. Now I feel it, and I'm not like nothing against this person, but in general, I've heard this so many different times. Like, oh, I don't want to lose my family. It was a mistake. But what was wrong in the relationship to made you stray in the first place? I just feel like it's not a mistake. I mean, you know, if you're truly in love with somebody, I would hope there was communication. If there was a problem in the relationship, for us to talk about it openly, so you wouldn't feel that need to stray away or whatever. That you would be like, you know what, this isn't working out. I think, you know, we should end it.
I agree with that. However, I don't know. I see both sides of the fucking fence because, first of all, I know that with love, as with all things, it ages. It ages, right? Love ages. Could be young, and it could be old love. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, let's say, as a matter of fact, I'll put this into a perfect example. Me and Tom, we've been together how long?
God, it was years.
12. 12 years we were together. I look at other guys. He looks at other guys.
Looking and doing is two different things.
Yeah, but the thing is that, again, we like what we like. Do you know what I mean?
I understand that.
So let's put this in your perspective, okay? Let's put this in, let me put you in that situation, okay?
Uh-huh.
Let's say that you are with some guy, okay? Been with him for 5 or 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 5 or 6 years of love changes your body. We get older. You know what I mean? Now let me fast forward that to 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me fast forward that to 40 years. Do you know what I mean? Then it's just like you see someone walking down the street and bitch, you are ogling the fuck out of him. Like you pretty much just I fucked him. Looked at his ass, looked at his crotch, looked at his his thighs, them legs, that back.
But again, if it goes to that point, I just feel then that should be like a big like red flag that there's something wrong if you're so eager to stray. That's just my viewpoint, and it always has been.
Right. So again, I'm putting you in that situation without having that viewpoint. What would you think? Don't let your morals conflict your own human nature. Don't do that.
Well, me as a person.
Don't do that because I'm going to let me tell you something. I am going to realistically know for the fact that even my significant other, it doesn't matter if we were a week together. If there's someone attractive that is going to walk by, he going to look at it. And it's the other person's insecurity that it gets triggered by it.
But looking is normal. I wouldn't care if he was looking at somebody.
Would you though? Would you though? Because it's easy to say, it's hard to do in practice. It's hard to do. Because you're going to be like, well, I have a man. But bitch, he ain't got a dick print like that. I mean, his ass don't look good in jeans like that. My God, did you see the size of his nipples? We're humans. Jesus fucking Christ. You have to be secure in your own self. And it's not always an easy thing to do. Because even the most secure people can sometimes feel a little insecure about that shit. But realize that just that very basic fact. Just realize that. Little grace. We'll give you a little grace. But I'm going to talk to you about it. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk to you about it. But I'm going to tell you how it made me feel. Do you know what I mean? And that opens the lines of communication to how that relationship is going to continue. You got to speak up if it bothers you. If it bothers you, you're human. It's going to fucking bother you. For me, it doesn't. For me, it does not bother me at all. Bitch, I'm going to be looking right with him. Bitch, he is. You see that? Let's bring him home. I'm kidding.
Of course you would. You'd be like, come on.
Right? Right? That's that love. But there's so many types of love. You got that love to where it's just like, I only see myself with you. I don't want to look at another person like that again.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Then you've got those people. Not everyone's that idealized version. Not everybody is going to be our ideal. You know what I mean? Not everybody. When we start looking past all that shit and realize that as much as we want to carve out this perfect boyfriend or husband or wife or significant other, there's going to be flaws.
I mean, of course, nobody's perfect.
Exactly. But when nobody's perfect, then both are communicative about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you all of this before we really want to get serious about this. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Having that type of communication and then knowing that information, you continue or you end it. Your choice. And that's the problem with a lot of relationships. They don't fucking communicate. Even well before it even turns into a relationship.
That's what I'm saying. That needs to be communication before it
right.
even ends.
So I agree with you. I agree with you. But I still know that basic instinct.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, I get it. I do. I don't know. I've been done wrong and I've forgiven.
So have I.
And
so have I.
And it was a repeat. And it's just like.
So have I.
Oh.
So have I. But at least, you know what? When I have said so have I because I did it again. Do you know what I mean? But I understand the fucking flaw. I understand the flaw. And sometimes there are just people that will just realize that even though flaws are there, the learning needs to be there too. And when the learning how to get past those flaws and recognize that they are such to the point to where they want to communicate with the other person about it in hopes of finding understanding and not judgment. Because if you create a pretty much a safe space with your fucking with your significant other to where they can communicate with you about everything, even when they fuck up. Even when they fuck up, it's what you choose to do after that. You make the choice of what happens after that. If you accept it, then you accept it. Because if he does it again, then you know you chose that life. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that same lesson doesn't always come in the same fucking package. That same lesson of that motherfucker that did us wrong, the next motherfucker did it to us because it came in a different package and I didn't see it this time. Even though I should know better. I should really fucking know better. But why I saw this coming. Like, even those that didn't really see this coming, because you understand the script, but it's a different cast. Do you know what I mean? Not always the script is going to be the same. So sometimes we're creatures of fucking habit. And then we just like, now I have to understand what it's like to be wronged. We've been through that enough times in order for us to really know. And then we end up finding the subclauses to everything because it happened to us another time and another time and another time and another time. But things changed every single fucking time, didn't they? It wasn't the same thing. That's how you gained experience. Because if we all learned it the first time, we kind of would be successful at it the second time. Failure happens more than once before you actually get it right. And before you want to do better for yourself, and before you actually start seeing the fucking results of your own fucking hard work on yourself. And that's part of that experience. Some people just keep on going through that same cycle while others stop. Why? Because they either got the assignment the first time, and depending on the severity that it happened. Do you know what I mean? We really have to think about that. So we all have to realize that at some point, if we do want someone in our life, we have that choice to want to do something about that. We don't always want to have the inclination to fucking do it, because sometimes we just see the fucking trigger of it happening. And that's something some people have to work through. Because not everyone is going to be like that. Life has definitely taught me that. Deceit comes in different fucking faces.
True.
I'm okay with taking the risk. I'm okay with taking the risk. Because you know what, this is probably going to come from a selfish place, but you know what, I'm going to let this come from a fucking selfish place. I would like to know what it's like to be married.
A little bit.
I would like to know what it's like to be a homeowner. I really want to know what it's like to live the American dream. Well, thank you for the 2.5 kids.
Sure.
Because I got that. My picket fence ain't white, but it's
okay.
It's wet wood. You know? But shit. Where's the husband? Where's the husband?
Here comes Lucy. She's like,
there we go. 2.5 kids and a dog. And a cat. You know, I at least in this lifetime, I'm manifesting it. I would love to be married.
I would love
and I would love it to, and I would like this to be the relationship that I know is not ideal. That's the relationship I want. I don't want an ideal relationship. I really don't. Because I know that there are flaws in people.
I just want somebody to like rise up and treat you how you should be treated. You know?
Agreed. Agreed.
They need to treat your mommy like a queen.
But I don't want to be treated like a fucking queen. I don't. Jeez, just fucking tap my butt a few times.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about like not break your heart and
life can never promise us sunshine and rainbows. Why the fuck would I expect it out of someone who is capable of free will?
True.
Why the fuck would I expect sunshines and rainbows out of anybody who has the ability to exercise free will? I promise you, if anything, human history has taught everybody that somebody's capable of fucking up. History has taught us that. Now, whether they learned a lesson is a whole different story, but
true.
If a person is willing to work on themselves Just like I'm willing to work on me, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. You may be damaged, I may be damaged. That was what happened with me and Mark. You're fucked up in the head. I know I got a few screws loose myself. I know I do. I'm not exactly a perfectly perfect person. But I feel like I'm not trying to fix you, but I'm just trying to see that, you're worth more than you realize. And because I'm around you, you make me feel nice by your nonverbal fucking cues. Then deceit. You know what I mean? Comes in a pretty package sometimes. But I felt something on that.
Oh.
I know. It's a sad song that I keep on replaying. I'm sorry. But let me tell you something. You cheated up on your person, okay? It doesn't matter how long you took to get to that point to where you really need to tell your partner. If you value that relationship, withholding that information is only going to make it worse. You're only going to make it worse. And if they find out, it's going to get even worse. Just please tell on yourself. Please. Give me that opportunity to come to terms with that rather than me find out from somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Finding out from somebody else
is worse. Is worse because somebody knew before me. You cheated on me. Why did they know about it before I did? Do you know what I mean? The fuck? Yes. Talk to your person. That's that's step one. That's step one. Step two, understanding the consequences of your actions. You better understand the consequences of your actions because it depends on the person's level of compassion for you once you have said that. And if they have compassion for you, they're going to be naturally hurt and upset as somebody who does not have compassion. Because they'll just drop you in a fucking heartbeat. Yes, you heard me say that correctly. If you lack some sort of compassion in any capacity, you're going to be quick to just call it quits. That's your number one. That's a no. I gotta go. Fuck you. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. Do we always get to that point to where it's just like, no, because it happened the second time. It happened the third time. It happened the fourth time. I'm not seeing no change. But if you talk to me about it and then exhibit the change, you might have been forgiven for that. You might have been forgiven for that. Why? Because I understand the basic instinct, number one. Maybe it's just me. I'm not an insecure person by no fucking means. I understand what the fuck you did. I get it. But again, why did that bitch tell me and not you? I'm more offended at the fact that you didn't even tell me. And I had to find out. That's where it really becomes the deal breaker. Because you compounded your fucking criminal offense.
That when they lied.
You cheated.
Yep.
And you hid it from me. You hid it from me. If you gave me any type of inclination that I think you've been cheating, you've been denying it. That makes it third. Now you just created a whole fucking sandwich of bullshit. So you understand? Me forgiving you because you told me eliminated all that. Now I can come to a decision even faster. Do you know what I mean? I can come to that decision even faster. You respected me enough to tell me that you did it. The fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna listen to it. But I also have compassion. even to a fault. I have compassion to a fucking fault. Now let it slide. But understand how that made me feel. Because it didn't erase the hurt. And it still didn't erase the kind of shattering of trust I have for you. But now you're making me hold on the hope that you're not going to do that again. Because you understand by withholding that information from me, you're going to make me question everything. Everything. Not just about you being around other people, where you're going, what you're doing. Every day that I'm not in your sight, I'm always going to think something wrong. The fuck? Who wants to deal with that shit? Just be honest. And deal with the consequences of that. I hate to say this, Cody, but that might be the end of it for you, for your relationship. Because you're talking in the past tense. Let me reread it. I've been with my partner, Austin, for 4 years, but I made a huge mistake. Apostrophe VE. I slept, SLEPT, with my dad's employee. And now everything feels like it's unraveling. Between the guilt, the distance in the relationship, and the fear of losing Austin and possibly my family. You haven't told him yet. You better hope this happened last week. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? You better tell him. You better tell him fast. Erica says, could you describe your business leadership style? Oh, that's a different one.
That's a nice question.
I'm a chameleon. That is my management style. I'm a chameleon. I handle people based on how they treat me. And if people start disrespecting me maliciously, what do you think is going to happen? Especially when I've done nothing wrong. Especially when I've done nothing wrong, but simply be your manager. Now you want to get vindictive. Okay, I'm going to treat you that way. Go ahead and fuck up so I can fire you. Easy. Easy peasy. But I give people that opportunity. I give them that opportunity. Why? Because I'm trying to be an advocate for the employee. I'm not trying to be the just strictly by the numbers manager. Because I realize that it's not always possible. People have situations. And situations that of which you think an employee handbook will tell you will not always be the same scenario. Because again, this is part 2 of that fucking today's topic, is that deceit comes in many faces. So does selfishness. So does anger. So does violence. Comes in many faces. Every single positive thing can have a different face, just as every negative. And you also need to understand that negativity quickly influences faster than positivity. Think about it as if you're a customer that went to a restaurant and you got terrible service. You told everybody about it. Word of mouth can really fuck you up. Word of mouth. So therefore, there's the other part of my leadership style. I'm thinking about the business, the bottom line. And I have to be able to balance the two. And sometimes it's not always going to be a proper balance. I have to let somebody go because they're underperforming. Or I have to let somebody go because I got one too many customer complaints about them. You know, it's shit like that. But it's like, it's people are going through different things that sometimes people don't know how to compartmentalize that shit and leave it outside of the workforce, that they bring it in there with them. And then it becomes a whole part of that, their fucking personality, where you're just a negative person all the fucking time. And when I tell you that shit and me trying to be positive won't help. Because now everybody's going to feel that way because that aura is just going all around the fucking room. Then you start getting other people annoyed. You know what I mean? Doesn't create a healthy work environment. I'm trying to create a positive work environment. And I'm going to talk to people who are going through some shit right now that is just like, I understand that what you're going through, but when I see you work, I see your passion for whatever it is that you do, whether it's hairdressing or coloring hair or doing whatever. It's just like, I see that passion. So I know you're there. I know you're there. But I'm telling you what you're doing right now, you're going to affect your job. I'm at least going to warn you. I'll warn you real quick. But like, now. And I'm not going to be that fucking manager just going to skirt around the fucking topic. You know, there's some managers out there that'll just try to make it a blanket statement. I'm not that girl. Bitch, I am not that girl. If you did it, you did it. Please don't be like this did it. I'm not trying to put a scarlet letter on you, but some people just won't take accountability for their fucking actions, and I really wish they would. I really wish they would. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm trying to I create a positive work environment, and it's done through communication and teamwork. It has to be done through that because there is a synergy. And if you have that synergy, great things are going to fucking happen because we start looking out for each other. We start getting each other's back. If there's something that we lack in a talent somewhere that someone else has, we're willing to chip in unquestioned. Do you know what I mean? I want people to be able to get along with them to the point where they could trust them if they need them to do a service without them being there. Do you know what I mean? That's that type of teamwork that I'm looking for. It's not always going to happen. Because there's just somebody who is just fucking miserable, and you can find out who they are immediately. So you either have to work with them or move them to a different location. If everyone was like that, we'd all enjoy the job. Hence why I know that my employees like my job, like their jobs. Hence why I know my employees are happy. Except a couple. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But baby, that's why I keep saying, whatever shit you're going through, I understand. I 100% understand, but I need you to do me a favor. I hired you to do a job. I did not hire your baggage. I love you. I really do. And I hear you, but I did not hire you plus your baggage. I hired you. So when you're at work, I'm going to need you to do your best. Please. Your job depends on it. We can talk about it afterwards when we're all done. When we're all done with the shift. Want to go to the bar and have a drink, we'll go at the bar, have a drink, and we'll talk about it. But I'm gonna need you to leave that shit out of the salon. I'm gonna need you to leave that shit out of the workplace. Please. Please. You'll get more peace that way. I'm not gonna deal with that shit that I'm going through at home right now. I know that I'm behind up on bills and shit like that. I'm not gonna worry about that because when I walk up in here, I have to do a job. Somebody needs help. And I got to be able to help them because that is my job. So I check on people's mental well-being. and I check and make sure that all of my staff have a work-life balance, because we're all human and we go through shit. We go through shit. Sometimes not always the best way. That's my management style. A chameleon. Oh no, Missionary Grant. I don't tell them to leave it in their back pocket. I tell them leave it in their car. Put in the car. Or in the parking lot. Better yet, keep it off the premises. Leave it at the corner where you turned in. Don't bring that shit any closer here. I hired you because when you wanted the job, you gave me your idealized version of yourself. That's what you gave me, whether it was truthful or a lie. You gave me your idealized self. That was what I hired. That was what I hired. And I'm not saying that I do not care about what's going on behind, when you walk away from this parking lot, when you walk away from this facility. But however, I do care about you enough to give you the mental space that you need in order for you to make that work for yourself. I don't always have to know the situation. It's not for me to question. If you call in saying, you know what, I'm not feeling it today, I'll be like, I got you. I got you. I get it. People are too prideful to even fucking admit that. We all have those days to where we just got up from the bed and just wanted to go back and lay down and just let today pass. Just me. Karen says, I was scrolling on YouTube and saw a video of someone using calamine lotion as a primer before applying makeup. Have you ever heard of this? Yes. Calamine lotion actually acts as a barrier. It's like another primer. So it does make your skin look smoother. But for me with combination skin, I'm going to say that the dry spots were hella fucking dry and it took way more makeup and I had texture issues. So for somebody with a little bit more of a normal skin, they can shine with that no problem. So, Leland says, do you like sour candy? God, no. No.
Sour candy's good.
You're eating rice and beans.
Yes, I am.
That is a big motherfucking plate.
I know.
Is there at least some for me?
Yes.
Okay. So I made Puerto Rican rice and beans. Oh my God. Hold on. Oh my God.
Oh no.
My Mac says it'll go to sleep if I don't plug it in.
Uh-oh.
Bitch. Okay. Sorry. Okay. We're good. And that's actually it's good for them too. It gives them a break for a minute to breathe. It's healthy, I guess. Oh yeah, you're talking about your employees. Got it. Girl, can we talk? I shouldn't. I'm using a hypothetical. Okay. Hypothetical. We're going to call this a warehouse. Okay. So we were in a warehouse, right? Mm-hmm. And out of my staff of, let's say, 20, I have 2.
Okay.
I have 2 that are, well, technically, they were all such workhorses. And when the manager started stepping in and started kind of demanding that they would, change their schedules around so that way it benefits them, as far as having a work-life balance, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And now we start enforcing breaks. Like, because I've seen a lot of times that these people were just picking and packing and just never wanted to take a break.
Mhm.
So it was just like, I think you need to go take a break. And let's just say that it's a slow season. Okay. So not much picking and packing, right? And with not much picking and packing, you got some people that are just standing around, right? Waiting for another pack to pick, right? You're with me on this? Okay, good. You start making sure that everybody starts taking breaks because it kind of fucks with your labor a little bit when there's too many employees and not enough productivity. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you start going into the red. And when you say bitch, I'm like, girl, I need you to go take a break. Take a 30-minute break. Well, I'm not here for that long. And so I only work like 5 hours and you schedule me for 6. And now I'm looking at the schedule, I work 5. So I'm not taking a break. Or another one, that's just one employee. The other one is just like saying, hey, around this time, you should go and take a break. Can you please go take a break at that time? And they send you a picture of the handbook telling you what the handbook says regarding about if you're working a certain amount of hours, you are entitled to a break. I mean, granted, that would have said it right there, entitled to a break, which they didn't read the clause before that and says management has the right to assign breaks. And failed to read that, but want to go over my head because apparently they just don't want to do that. So they end up leaving an hour early, when they could have just taken a half hour.
Wait, an hour early?
An hour early. So it's like, and didn't even let you know that they were leaving an hour early. That's kind of fucked up.
I don't understand why nobody wants a break. I'm sorry. If I'm on my feet all day, I want a break. I don't give a shit if it's paid or not. I'm just grateful that I can sit.
Can I get 15 minutes to go sit down? Yes. It's called a break. It's called a break. If you're on break, go relocate yourself to the back.
Hell, I tell all the beggars sometimes when I'm closing and like they've been outside doing carts and bringing them in and out, and I'm like, you know what? Go sit down. Take a few minutes break. Half the time I tell them to sit down again, even though they've already taken a break, because it's a lot.
It's a break. Yeah, it's a break. So even if it's a slow season, I'm sending you on break.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Why are you fighting me? You've been with this company for years. Why are you fighting me? You should know how this works, especially when you were a former manager. Do you know what I mean? Do you know, like, I'm just like, this is crazy to me that people want to start acting up because I wanted to create a work-life balance and that's not what they want. And I'm just like, you realize this is way better for you.
I don't think so.
This is way better for you, I think. Unless you're a masochist. But, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
A break is a break. So, Brian Murphy says, hey, hun, it's Brian. I'm not sure if you remember Mama P, Crystal Pittman, and Lady Selena Michaels. Yes. When Scandals was around and Lady Selena, was performing in the Springfield drag scene. Yeah. You, me and her competed in a few pageants together. I'm not sure if you're aware, but unfortunately, Lady Selena passed away around the holiday season, 2024, of some sort of cancer. Yes, I'm well aware.
Damn,
Crystal told me. She was my drag daughter, for fuck's sakes. She was my drag daughter. Yes, I'm aware of her passing. Not fun. Not fun. So yeah. Well, I don't want to end the shit on that note. Loose goose. It's because it's 9:23.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that time is wrong. All right, give me a second.
Yep. Give her a second, Lucy. I mean, technically, it's Bella's turn. I know. She did that for a reason.
Your sister's a bitch.
Yep. She avoided taking an edible. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Her fault. What's he use for fine lines? Dark circles and fine lines. Water.
You have to just wait a few minutes.
Water and vitamins, girl. Water and vitamins. And in the meantime, between time, a good concealer. That's it. Lucy. That's enough, girl. That's enough. All right. Michigan just passed a sick leave law that a company has to give 72 hours a year sick leave to a full-time employee. They cannot show up for 3 days and give no notification. Wait a minute. Michigan just passed a sick leave law that a company has to give 72 hours a year sick leave to a full-time employee. Well, that's awesome. They cannot show up for 3 days and give no notification. Well, duh. Honestly. I mean, if you don't show up for 3 days, that's job abandonment.
I mean, I would think so.
That's job abandonment. I'm sorry, you didn't let me know what the fuck happened. You left. And we tried contacting you? Not about your car's extended warranty, but when you coming to work? Girl. Any serum I can buy? Well, okay. Why do you need it for? Be specific. Give me the air. Some of my air. I love the air. I love the air.
Okay, I know. Let me get my.
Yes, she knows.
Okay, let me get my towel. It's over, but my coat's this way, so.
Is that you? Was that your phone?
Yeah.
Nope.
You?
Nope. It was me.
Oh.
It was me. We got another email.
Right.
Anonymous says, so I need some advice. My dishwasher has been using dirty water to wash my dishes, and I went to the manager and said she would call a plumber, but days later I went to her office and she said she never said she was calling the plumber after I left her office. She told my neighbor I was horrible and all I do is complain about her, my apartment. What should I do? Wait. I know. I'm like, what? So I need advice. My dishwasher has been using dirty water to wash my dishes. And I went to the manager. I mean, is this a okay, so when we're talking about apartment, we're talking landlord. And she said she would call a plumber, but days later when I went to her office, she said she never said she was calling the plumber. After I left her office, she told my neighbor that I was horrible. And all I do is complain to her about my apartment. So what should I do? Go to the housing authority? The fuck? There's problems in my apartment. I would like to have that fixed. That's part of my lease. Do you have a lease? Do you have a lease? Because, bitch, that's the first thing I'm going to ask. Because, bitch, you better have a lease. I hope you have a lease. And you better look into that repair clause and see if you're responsible for those repairs or they are. Because they can amend that. And know the tenant landlord rights up in your state. That's what I would do. Hope that works out for you, honey. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we have been on this live for damn near 2.5 hours. And I need to get off of here because I need to go to bed soon because I got to work in the morning. So, yeah, I got to go. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a great night. I know I did. This was a wonderful Ask CeeCee. So I think for the next one, I think we're going to talk more about mental health. So in 2 weeks, send me your questions about your mental health and tell me. Maybe we might find some common ground and shit like that. So next time, it's mental health. Got it? I love you guys. Have yourselves a fantastic night. Good night.